Presented by Listen Headlines. Latest financial news from trusted sources.
Wall Street Journal Markets. September 2nd, 7:33 American New York. Investors, don't max out on buy now pay later. Shares of Affirm Holdings skyrocketed on news of an Amazon partnership, and that begs some questions about the future direction of installment payments. BBC News Business. September 2nd, 7:27 American New York. Amazon offers punctual staff £50 for turning up. The online shopping giant says it will give a bonus to workers at some sites for good attendance.
Forex Live. September 2nd, 7:26 America New York. U.S. August Challenger layoffs 15.7K versus 18.9K prior. Latest data released by Challenger, Gray, and Christmas Inc. Prior 18.9K U.S.-based employers announced 15,723 job cuts last month, down 17% from July. The total layoffs for the month was the lowest since June 1997, and from a year-on-year comparison, job cuts in August this year were down 86% from August 2020.
Marginal Revolution. September 2nd, 7:25 America New York. The kids are doing alright. You may have seen the viral tweet suggesting that boomers own all the wealth and millennials are poor. It's hard for me to get worked up. Talk about a problem that will solve itself.
Wall Street Journal Markets. September 2nd, 7:07 America New York. Bitcoin, Virgin Galactic, Okta, Chewy. What to watch when the stock market opens today. Virgin Galactic is under scrutiny from aviation regulators. Chewy's results disappointed. Wall Street Journal Markets. September 2nd, 7 o'clock America New York. Medical device stocks seem immune to Delta surge. Higher COVID-19 case counts mean that more disruption at hospitals is likely. This time, Wall Street is ready.
Naked Capitalism. September 2nd, 6:52 America New York. The cost of corporate America. Checking your conscience at the door. Reflections on the moral cost of being a corporate citizen.
BBC News Business. September 2nd, 6:47 America New York. Top Gun and Mission Impossible films delayed due to U.S. COVID spike. Tom Cruise's movies are put on hold as studios fear a recent U.S. COVID spike will deter cinema-goers.
Wall Street Journal U.S. Business. September 2nd, 6:33 America New York. Chewy's pandemic run comes to an end. After capitalizing on last year's interest in pets, the retailer has some new tricks in store.
Wall Street Journal Markets. September 2nd, 6:33 America New York. Chewy's pandemic run comes to an end. After capitalizing on last year's interest in pets, the retailer has some new tricks in store.
Naked Capitalism. September 2nd, 6:31 America New York. Catastrophic injustice. Judge Oaks Purdue Pharma bankruptcy plan shielding Sacklers. Tens of thousands dead and the Sacklers get to ride away with their Purdue Pharma loot.
Daily FX Market News. September 2nd, 6:30 America New York. USD, ZAR forecast. Rand back on top as best performing M currency. The Rand has exhibited a strong few weeks as it becomes the best performing emerging market currency against the dollar YTD, but has this ZAR rally run out of steam? Markets look to NFPs for Gita.
Forex Live. September 2nd, 6:25 America New York. FX option expiries for the 2nd of September 10 New York cut. A look at what is on the board for today. Nothing significant on the board once again today as the focus continues to center around tomorrow with the U.S. jobs report due. Forex Live. September 2nd, 6:13 America New York. Euro USD stays in the hunt for a fifth straight day of gains. Dollar somewhat sluggish in European morning trade. That said, the range for the day is a measly 18 pips, so even the latest move here is seen as a bit of a stretch rather than the euro flexing gains against the greenback.
Wall Street Journal U.S. Business. September 2nd, 6:10 America New York. Facebook's WhatsApp fined around $270 million for EU privacy violations. European Union regulators fined Facebook's chat service WhatsApp for failing to tell the bloc's residents enough about what it does with their data, ramping up privacy enforcement against U.S. New York Times Business. September 2nd, 6 o'clock America New York. Coast to coast in a classic car. Bug-eye sprites and other small roadsters might not seem up to the task, but collectors with some time on their hands have eagerly made the trek. In Death Valley, the Porsche and Jaguar that two brothers, Giles and Nick English, drove across the country.
Global economy. September 2nd, 5:45 America New York, inflation may be falling, not accelerating. Year-on-year metrics are a poor guide to fast-shifting trends.
Daily FX Market News. September 2nd, 5:40 America New York, US dollar price action. USD sell-off, AUD, USD shorts covered, EUR, USD upside stalls. USD selling off into NFP, AUD negatives in the price. You're setting up for ECB dove trap?
Wall Street Journal Markets. September 2nd, 5:33 America New York, SPOC rout erases $75 billion in startup value. Shares in this once hot sector have dropped 25% since mid-February, highlighting the risk of piling into the latest sure thing. Wall Street Journal Markets. September 2nd, 5:30 America New York, Singapore to host SPOC listings with new framework. Singapore will become the first major financial hub in Asia to allow blank check companies to list. Wall Street Journal Markets. September 2nd, 5:30 America New York, for Afghans abroad, sending money home is harder than ever. Disruptions in Afghanistan's money-moving apparatus are choking off a key source of income for ordinary Afghans.
Wall Street Journal U.S. Business. September 2nd, 5:30 America New York, unemployment claims trending at pandemic lows. Businesses have kept layoffs in check despite concerns about Delta variant of COVID-19.
Wall Street Journal Markets. September 2nd, 5:30 America New York, why Bitcoin's price got stuck at $50,000. Investor interest in other corners of the crypto market, including Ethereum and non-fungible tokens, has contributed to the lull.
New York Times Business. September 2nd, 5:02 America New York, camp here for style. A new breed of RV park brings travelers together by putting an emphasis on panache. New York Times Business. September 2nd, 5 o'clock America New York, why the Taliban desperately need cash to run Afghanistan. The group has long tapped underground banks and opium to fund Afghanistan's insurgency. Fixing the nation's problems will require a lot more than that. Taliban fighters guarding the money changers outside the main currency exchange market in Kabul, Afghanistan,